Oh my gosh, you guys, I just made it home, but I had this memory of back when I was a teacher, and I used to get intimidated by the other teachers because there was this thing that they used to do, and it was to sing the alphabet backwards. And I used to get so frustrated because I could only make it to like D. I know, whatever, I'm already messed up, but here's what I want to share with you. Okay. The small me had so like my confidence was so shot because I thought that other people were smarter than I was. And maybe on some level they are, but when you crack the code of the universe and you know how to manifest destiny, I just look at myself back then and I was like, wow, if I knew then what I know now, would I think that somebody else was like better than me, or would I cower down because somebody had a skill where they could say the alphabet backwards versus, oh my goodness, cracking the code on manifesting destiny? So here's what I wanted. This is why I'm sharing this with you because confidence is something that is built by actually doing things that challenge you, that feel good for you still. Like what built my confidence was building a business. Building a business and living my dreams and pursuing my career and really stepping out of the box and being all of me. There were some times that, my confidence got leveled because it has not always been easy. And there are, those memes where like they say like the soul pathway, you're here and you want to go here and you want the pathway to be a straight line, but it's really like an up and a down and like a spin you around. That really is true. But don't be afraid of that because within those moments of, oh my gosh, I've got to climb this hill and oh yeah, I get to slide down it, or we're spinning around, there's some confusion and frustration. That's where you are built. That's where you're built. That's where your strength is built. That is where your confidence is built. That's where your self esteem is built. All of it is built in that process. And once you do the building, the manifestations happen. But if you're staying in that space of, I don't have what it takes, I understand that more than anybody because I look back on where I was and where I am now. And all it took was just getting started. Getting started for me and getting started for my clients, that's all they ever need is to just be willing to start. Start with what you have. Start with you. Start with being a yes to yourself. But don't let another day go by where you're thinking that you're less than who you are as it's this enormous, massive gift to yourself and to the world. Don't let those small stories rule your life. And know that if you are having difficulty right now because maybe you're lacking confidence, beginning and staying on that pathway, not ever giving up on yourself, or even if you give up on yourself temporarily and be like, oh my God, I just need to give myself a day off, which is perfectly fine. Get back on that horse, get back at it. And it's the number one way to make sure that you are building the confidence that you know you need to be the best version of yourself. Because that version of you that's already created the massive dream, that woman or man is incredibly confident, right? And so confidence is built in those moments where you prove to yourself that you can. And if you're not giving yourself enough opportunity to prove to yourself that you can, then start today with something. Start where you are with what you have. And if you want any support with that, because you really don't, maybe you don't know how to begin. Maybe you're like me and you're like, but I have this huge vision. I have this huge dream. I don't know where to begin. And every day is a new day to begin again.
because we're on this life path where it takes a commitment and a determination and a willingness to allow the pathway to unfold, right? Just being on that pathway is good enough. It really is good enough. Like, you're on that pathway, you're on that soul pathway. You have the tools, you have the skills. You might not know what is happening next, but you're confident in who you are as a person and what your skills and your tools are as a manifester. That no matter what occurs, no matter who you meet along that pathway, no matter what challenges occur on that pathway, you have the confidence to be able to face that, move through it, and to become someone new as a result. Okay? So don't cower down. You're so big and you're so massive and you're so amazing, and I see you. All right, have a good day.